Responded to the double dealing charge against you personally, sir, that you have a different attitude about President Bush and President Obama. President Bush took 6 days, according to the record, to respond to the shoe bomber. The president we have now, our president, took 3 days or 72 hours, I believe it was. What's the difference in the way you score this? You seem to score it differently. Is there a bell curve for Republicans where they're given more time? Is this the Katrina rule, where if it's anything faster than a week, it's somehow Speedy Gonzalez here? I mean, why do you give credit to Bush for 6 days? You don't give to this president for 3 days. What's your scorecard, sir?
I'm not looking at a scorecard,
well, what
Chris.
Are you looking at?
I'm looking at connecting the dots. If you go back to Major Hassan Nadal this past summer, the shooting at Fort Hood.
Why does
Chris,
Bush get
I'm
6
going to actually answer this question. Again, we had a very tepid response from the Obama administration initially. First, they said everything was under control. Then they said it was an isolated incident. Then we come forward to the Christmas incident. Chris, the difference is one thing and one thing only. Christmas Day is one of the most holiest days in the Christian religious faith. Yeah. This was a radicalized Muslim who tried to kill 300 Americans on Christmas Day. I wanted my president to come out and say, we recognize this is an act of terror by a radicalized Muslim on Christmas Day, and we're have the situation under control.
Why did he have to say radicalized Muslim? Why is that language so important?
Richard Reed was a radicalized Muslim 3 days before Christmas. I had relatives flying, and it was 2001. I was actually scared to death at that point. So were a lot of Americans, but nobody thought to bray about President Bush staying on his vacation, because that wasn't the climate at the time. The climate right now is that Republicans use everything they can to undermine and delegitimize this president, and it's actually un-American. It's traitorous, in my opinion. Do you want to give aid and comfort to our enemies? Continue to treat this president like he wasn't elected and he doesn't know what he's doing. He knows what he did. He knows what he's doing. I'm proud of him. I believe that he has the stalwart, resolute nature to get this done. In my opinion, sometimes he goes too far. But to talk about him like he's some socialist out to lunch is just outrageous.
Ron, here's my